Hello, everybody. We
Hey
are
everyone.
live. Oh,
Hello.
there's lots of people here already. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Percy. Hi, Jimmy. That's all I can see in the screen. And then someone in Real Truth Channel, 5,000 light years away.
Oh, let me turn off my notifications.
Whoa, where's that noise coming from?
Sorry, my notifications, they're off now.
No, it was a video that I had that started mine that I had pulled up through YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, notifications came out.
Hey, Mrs. Cree. Hey, Joe Mill. Positive
Hey,
Mom.
hey, Lewis. Again, we are simulcasting to 4 different channels. If you want the main channel, please come to Susie Q7979 and join the live chat there, because that is the main chat. I have my chat pulled up and the Real Truth channel pulled up their chat, but I can't see the other chat. So if you're in Kim's channel or if you're in the, well, it's called the Real Truth campaign, right? That's the
Yeah,
new name.
yeah.
That channel, the old Corey Feldman Fats channel, just jump on over to my main channel, please, and we'll go from there. So, hope everyone had a good weekend. We are going to listen to the Instagram live Feldman did last night. I have not heard it, Kim. I don't think you have you?
No, not yet.
Okay, Kim has not heard it yet either. So, we are going to play it and comment on it. So, let's go ahead and get that party started. Look at that. I already had it pulled up. Yay me. Ooh, 43 minutes. All right. I guess I can keep it like that. All right, here we go. Um, oh,
And she says, "Oh well, Dominic moved into this place." Also, read the description she gives of Dominic. Shows how she feels about heavyset people. She's very rude indeed. But anyway, oh look, we got another TikTok.
oh, I didn't know he actually talked about the email.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Sorry,
he
hang
must
on.
have he must have said some stuff before he said this. Um, but I know I heard his Instagram was buffering a lot, so Kim, one of Kim's subs, was kind enough. They had recorded this and let Kim upload it. So
Yeah, and
we
I'm not
will.
sure that they're in the right order. They may not be, and if they aren't, I apologize. But there was like 3 videos, and I put them into one. So one was like 4 minutes, and the other one was like 5. So I'm sorry if they're out of order.
Can I go to your subs channel so we could play them in order?
Yeah, sure. It's
Because I mean, it sounds okay. Go ahead.
It's Shirley
S
Fager,
H E R
F-A-G,
L Y.
yeah, L-E-Y,
Oh wait, L-E-Y. Okay.
Fager, Fager.
Okay. Yes, I have. Oh shoot, she didn't put what part it was. So.
I know, that's why I wasn't sure, and I should have watched them first, but I kind of wanted to save them so we could go over them together and be it,
Crap.
for the first time.
Oh, there's another one. There's 5.
Oh, is there? Are you sure?
Yeah.
They're all from
Oh,
yesterday?
April 22nd. I
Yeah,
guess there.
that's the other one.
Well, we want the ones from the 25th, right?
So, yeah, so I think there's just the three top ones, I believe.
Oh, those say they're from April 20th. Okay, here we go. April 26th, April 26th. I'm going to assume that she uploaded like the first one here, then did the second one, then did the third one.
Right.
So let's see what happens when I click on this one. Oh, this is the one that you started with too. So
Right.
And she
let me
says,
just
"Oh
make
well,
sure because I
Dominic
don't want
moved
to
into this place."
miss
I know, neither
him
do I.
talking. Let's see. Maybe
Sorry, I
she
should have
did it.
checked first, but
Yeah, look at my username.
that's when he adds people to the stream.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll just do it this way. It's all good. Sorry. Is it playing?
There's
Oh,
no
there it
sound.
is.
And she
There
said,
we go.
"Oh well, you know, Dominic moved into this place." Also, read the description she gives of Dominic. Shows how she feels
Hold
about.
on 1 second. Sorry. Thank you, Choliflower, for that. Hopefully, I said your name right for the $5 super chat. She says, "Thank you, ladies, for all you do. Real eye opener, and I've seen some of what you guys talk about in person. Thank
Oh,
you
that's
so
great.
much. Thank you,
Yep.
thank you." Oh, might want to put zeros instead of circles, Susie. There we
Just before you press play again, I just want to say, you know, if anybody does have today's donations are marked for legal funds, and it's for a good friend that needs some help with the situation that she's in regarding the whole Corey Feldman situation. So if you have any extra to donate, that would be great. I'm very much appreciated.
Yep. So just know it's going to a good cause in regards to Mr. Feldman. So, and if anybody wants to donate through Cash App, I can put my Cash App in the chat.
I have PayPal. If anybody has PayPal and they want to do it, then I can transfer it that way as well. And don't ask me what my frickin' thing is. I can add it to the
See,
description.
you know what I do?
What?
I send my Cash App link to myself on Messenger, so then I can just go in there and grab it and hit copy and then paste. And then, so like stuff that I need to grab on a regular basis, I send to myself. So it's like easy just to pull up.
I
So
should have done, but I don't usually ask for donations or anything. So
yeah.
I don't have it handy, but I can make a comment at the end of this video on mine and Susie's channels. And if you'd like to donate to PayPal, if that's the only app that you have, then I'd be more than happy to transfer it over.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and put the Cash App link in there. All right. Now I need to get to my own channel. All right, let me play this.
Heavyset people. Very rude indeed. But anyway, oh look, we got another ticket sold. It's to Angela Nahand. Is that right? Nahand? Angela Nahand. Did I get that right? Thank you, Angela. Oh, I see a little blue heart right there. Thank you, Angela. Love you. Thank you. But anyway, so
Hey, Shirley.
yes, the deal is
Shirley, do you know if this was the beginning of what you were able to record this one? Kim said you had to do it in 3 parts. Is this the first one?
Is the longest one the first part of it? The 34
You have them
minutes?
uploaded this way, and I'm playing this one right here as the first one.
Hey 681. Hey Shirley.
Hey 681.
80s girl, Vicky, Jennifer.
Oh, thank you, Nicole. She said she went to all of our channels and gave a thumbs up.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice.
Oh, Susan Baker just did a super chat for $4.99 and says, "So proud of you girls, love you."
Oh,
Thank you.
thank you.
Let me see. So that brings it up to 999.
I don't have Cash App, but I want to donate to this, so we'll figure that out after the stream. So I'll maybe make one after this.
Cash App. I don't know if everybody's aware, but super chats, YouTube takes 30% of it. But I know it's cool and it's fun to super chat and be able to say what you want. But a lot of people don't know that, and so I just wanted to put that out there.
So Shirley, okay, the biggest one is first.
Okay. All right. That's what we kind of assumed. All right. Okay. Is it starting me from the beginning? Really?
We weren't that far in anyway.
And she says, oh, well, you know, Dominic moved into this place. Also, read the description she gives of Dominic. Shows how she feels about heavyset people. She's very rude indeed. But anyway, oh, look, we got another ticket sold. It's to Angela Nahand. Nahand?
Yeah, can you share your PayPal?
Yeah, I'll be right back. Watch for me, okay?
Okay.
I'll go get it. Okay, bye.
All right, bye. So let me play this for a second. So that way I
Angela
can check.
Neon, did I get that right? Thank you, Angela. Oh, I see a little blue heart right there. Thank you, Angela. Love you. Thank you. But anyway, so yes, the
Mary.
deal is she's said some downright awful things and not true things. And one of the most important parts that she lies about in this email is she says that Dominic followed her to the apartment, which is totally untrue. I was living with Dominic at the time. I was living with Dominic in his apartment because I had mono, and it was at the same time I was trying to get emancipated to get away from my abuse.
You liar. Hold on, Kim's not back yet. He's totally lying here. I need to back it up a little bit because I
I
was
was
reading the
living
chat.
with Dominic. She says that Dominic followed her to the apartment, which is totally untrue. I was living with Dominic at the time. I was living with Dominic in his apartment because I had mono, and it was at the same time I was trying to get emancipated to get away from my abusive, thieving parents. My father, who I was living with while I was doing Lost Boys, was taking advantage of me. He had a fraudulent management company where they were charging people money so they could be a star like his son, and you could teach people how to be a star like his son, blah, blah, blah. He had my posters all over his office. Anyway, and that is where I was introduced to John Grissom, by
I think this is kind of important, so I'm hoping Kim comes back sooner. At least she's probably listening to it.
the way, the guy who molested me. He worked at that office for my dad.
Yes,
Okay?
Queen, we're
All
going to
right, so
go
that's
over the
step one. My dad
email.
introduced me to the guy who introduced me to every drug I ever did, and I only did them because he gave them to me, and that way he could take advantage of me and abuse me. John Grissom, I'm talking about. Okay. So anyway, while I was living there in that place, I knew that I was like being molested and I was not safe. So what do? This is how gullible we are when we're kids. I run to the guy that's abusing my best friend for help because he had convinced me that it was like a mutual thing and it was totally normal. And Corey was like, acting fine about it at the time because, of course, I was acting fine about my molester at the time. We were both kids who were being lied to by our molesters, and we believed that we had real friendships with them, which is why we continued the real friendships with them for years after we were molested. But anyway, so I was living at his place at the time, and I was.
He got emancipated when he was 15. Judy didn't know Dominic when Feldman was 15. Um, did you hear that? The stuff he said?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I did not. All I heard was Judy didn't know Dominic when he was 15.
Yeah.
What did he say? That's okay.
I'll go back because it's kind of important.
Okay.
Let me go back. I was hoping that you had headphones in and listening. Okay, let's see.
Thieving parents. My father, who I was living with while I was doing Lost Boys, was taking advantage of me. He had a fraudulent management company where they were charging people money so they could be a star like his son, and you could teach people how to be a star like his son, blah, blah, blah. He had my posters all over his office. Anyway, and that is where I was introduced to John Grissom, by the way, the guy who molested me. He worked at that office for my dad. Okay? All right, so that's step one. My dad introduced me to the guy who introduced me to every drug I ever did, and I only did them because he gave them to me, and that way he could take advantage of me and abuse me.
Yes, I'm in Canada.
Okay. So anyway, while I was living there in that place, I knew that I was like being molested and I was not safe. So what do? This is how gullible we are when we're kids. I run to the guy that's abusing my best friend for help because he had convinced me that it was like a mutual thing and it was totally normal. And Corey was like, acting fine about it at the time because, of course, I was acting fine about my molester at the time. we were both kids who were being lied to by our molesters, and we believed that we had real friendships with them, which is why we continued the real friendships with them for years after we were molested. But anyway.
What do you mean we continued the friendship? You mean you continued the friendship?
Yeah.
I was living at his place at the time, and I was shocked when I saw the Hames move in across the hall. Because I was like, why in God's name would you move in to the place where you know this dude is molesting your kid? You know
Why would
it.
you live with him, Corey? You fucking idiot.
To what?
Why would he then turn around and live with him if you couldn't understand that so much?
Well, yeah, and Judy says that they moved in first and Dominic moved in after them, so.
Wow.
And you still moved in across the hall. And then, like, blames me for it somehow. So anyway, that's in that letter. She says that that part was not true, but the rest of what she writes is very interesting because she specifically goes into things like I believe like admitting permission. I don't know if that's in that one particular email, but very much admits that she knew everything, and that's the important part.
Wrong.
You know, she
Wrong.
admits that I don't want to go into it. I don't want to characterize the email. I don't want to tell you what to think when you read it. I just want you to read
Pause
it.
it for a minute, please.
We're gonna read it.
Pause it
Go ahead.
for a minute. We got a $20.24 donation. I can't see from who right at the moment because my phone doesn't show me that one on the live. But thank you for
Awesome.
whoever gave that donation. I apologize that I can't acknowledge your name at the moment. If I do, it'll kick me out of the live. But thank you very much.
Okay, so we am pulling my calculator out for this one because I don't want to think too much. $24.99, did you say?
$20.24.
Oh, okay. $20.24 equals 30.23.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Very nice.
23. Awesome. And we will be going over the email at the, it is showing, okay, at the end of the Instagram stuff.
Tell me what you think. All right, how about that? You put it in your own mind, in your own perspective, and get what you need to get out of it. Thank you for all the stars.
Oh, we're going to.
What does that say? Lana 70. Thanks for the blue hearts. I appreciate the blue hearts too. Thanks for all the hearts. We love you guys. So anyway, so I've been putting a lot of information out lately that goes beyond the movie. I put out that email so people can decipher it and read it and try and look at like all the things, especially what Judy said on Dr. Oz, especially what she said on Dr. Oz, which
My question is, why did you just post one of the emails, Feldman? Because I've seen them all, and there's ones before that. And sorry, my bad. I'll wait until we.
Sarah's the one that donated. I apologize for interrupting. I just wanted to give her a shout out. Thank you, Sarah.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
which is in the movie. Okay, you just got to watch the damn movie so you understand. Hold on.
Well, that's what we're trying to work on, Dishy.
Yeah, hold on.
That's why we're asking for legal funds.
There we go. Anyway, so the movie is really important to see, obviously, but it's all the extra bits, all the little pieces of information that I've been putting out along the way that are going to help you really understand the whole story. So look at my Twitter, please. Look at some of the posts that we've made recently because they are very important, really important. Especially Charisse has been writing some killer stories.
I'll give it up.
One about how Haim's sister talks about how her first kiss was with the guy that we accused of raping her brother.
Pause it for a minute, please.
Mm-hmm.
So now this just goes to show that they're attacking the entire family. You know, it wasn't bad enough, you know, going after Corey. Now you got to go after his sister as well and his mother. Good job, Feldman. And Cherise.
Yeah. And it's because Carrie made a tweet saying Charlie Sheen was one of her first kisses. Did she say it was her makeout session? Did she say whatever? Like, I'm just speaking as a 15-year-old girl here. And if I had never had a real kiss with a boy and I, met Charlie Sheen as his career was starting and he gave me a kiss on the cheek or whatever, you bet your ass I would. And then Sheen did went on to what he did. I would be telling everybody my first kiss was Charlie Sheen too.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
give me a break. It's not like they had sex like you had sex when you were a minor with the girl, Feldman.
Yeah.
That you said you were happy to be molested by a girl then, you piece of shit.
Yeah, the porn
And you
star.
want to talk about the great article Sharice has done. Well, did she beg you for forgiveness and beg you to come back like she did to Bobby? Because I just found all those emails. So I'm going to, counter her little piece that she wrote that you keep promoting about how she was seduced and everything into the wolf pack. Because I found motherload of stuff that she had sent Bobby that Bobby had sent me. So have fun with that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Nikki. Okay, let's play this.
And I mean, it's like, really?
Oh,
Does anybody understand what the word grooming means? Grooming is a
JB, thank you for being here. I knew you were live and I was trying to wait, but I know like we have different audiences anyways as the Feldman stuff and we had to get this done. So glad to see you here.
real thing, and it doesn't just happen to the parents, it happens to everybody around. So the fact that his underage sister, who was only 16 at the time, was making out with an adult,
Well, wait a minute.
I tell you,
First of all, nobody said that they were making out, and second of all,
Right.
pot meet kettle, because did he not date Drew Barrymore when she was 15 and he was 18? I want to say, didn't that happen as well?
I believe it did, yes.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
not to mention his relationship with the porn star Ginger Lynn.
Yeah.
so you got to watch the movie so you understand everything. So anyway,
Oh,
if you buy a ticket while we're here,
hold on. We got another cash app. JB hashtag Gun Squad sent $10. Thank you, JB. JB, I hope you're gonna be around later because there's something I need to talk to you about. I want to call you earlier, and that's how I found out you were live. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. She had just turned 14, Drew Barrymore. So an 18-year-old and a 14-year-old is the same scenario that he's talking about with Charlie Sheen and Carrie, and nobody said that they were making out. A first kiss to a 13-year-old or 15-year-old or a 16-year-old or whatever it could be a pack. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
He's making assumptions and he's trying to make it sound worse than what it is. So knock it off, Feldman, because no one's buying your shit.
I'm here with you, I will give you a shout out. You got to see the movie. It's very important for everybody to see this movie. And
No,
share. Please tell people we must demand justice. We must demand justice for Corey Haim. I don't care what anybody else says on the other side, because they're just trying to distract you with things that really are not important. What's most important, as we know, is calling out these bad guys. I named 6 people. I promised for years I was going to do this. I kept my word. I kept my promise. Where's the investigation? I remember how mad everybody was at me saying, oh, you're holding out information. You're holding out. When are you going to come forward with this information? Blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? I did. You want to buy? We'll go buy it. It's right now, mytruthdoc.com. That's it. So simple. mytruthdoc.com. Somebody put mytruth.com up here. That was Cherie, I believe. Cherie, that was incorrect information, but that was on the last thread when I did the last one. But please make sure, where can you get a ticket? mytruthdoc.com. mytruthdoc.com. Okay,
Exactly,
mytruthtalk.com. Buy your ticket
JB.
right now, and I will give you a shout out for buying it because I'm going to see it in real time, instantaneously. The last person that bought one while we were talking here was Angela Nahand. And if anybody else buys one, I am going to say, "What's up?" All right.
Hold
Thank
on.
you.
Jennifer, can you direct me? I want 3 equal amounts and nothing's happening. Are you talking about the Cash App? You're
It's
trying
all
to make a donation?
it's all going to the same place, honey. So that's fine.
Um, for Cash App, you have to set it up. You just download the app, but then you have to tie your bank card to it. Or you could do the PayPal. All you do is click on there and then you put your information in. Or you can jump over to Bobby's old channel and do the super chat there. Just down where you go to chat, you'll see a $sign, and you can type it in there, and then it pops up and just asks you for your bank card that way too. So I don't know.
Or there's PayPal as well. PayPal.me slash at Kim Stern, STERNE.
Mhm. Yeah, JB's right. Cash App is really easy, actually. Yeah, it is. I believe it's the easiest, and they take the less percentage out than anybody else. PayPal takes a lot. When I had to send Holly money that people had donated to my Cash App for her,
Uh-huh.
it was like a couple $100 or something, and it charged me like $14 just to send it to her.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
You can do it while we're speaking. That's fine. Thank you.
But anyway, mytruthdoc.com. You got it. There you go. Somebody wrote it properly. Yes, thank you.
He meant realtruthcampaign.com.
Everybody repeating it. Wait,
He's an
wait, wait,
idiot.
wait. What is that? What is that, Ms. Tune? Ms. Tune is out of tune. Don't listen to that one.
Wish I knew it was me.
The rest of them right. Yeah, most of them are right. Okay, cool. Anyway, so mytruthdoc.com, that's where you can get a ticket right now. The movie is streaming right now, and it's such an important movie to see. I can't tell you enough times how important it is. If you care about children, if you care about this story, if you care about justice, and if you care about the truth getting out, more people need to see it. More people need to share it. More people need to tell everybody what's really going on. Thea, thank you for the stars and hearts. Love you. Thank you. Wait. MyTruthDoc.com. You got it. That's it. MyTruthDoc.com. Good job, Freedom 40.
I'm actually shocked that he doesn't do this on
Yep,
YouTube and
I
get
see
his
it written a
channel
bunch of times
monetized
the
for
right way,
super
but I don't hear
chats.
my phone dinging.
He's an idiot.
That's what I'm looking for, some tickets. So anyway,
I'm not sure about Venmo. I've only sent
I
money
know it's
on
late.
Venmo,
Not
never
everybody's got a
received
credit
it.
card sitting on their lap, so do a dab. Bam. What's up? What's up? That fast. Instant reaction. Anyway, you get what you asked for. Okay, so I'm gonna try and take some callers here. Let's go on.
Callers. Now he's a DJ.
Marie,
I'm
yeah, I
gonna
want to say
fast
something,
forward
Antonio
through when
Marie, to you,
people
222.
call
Yeah,
through it.
yeah, I
An
agree.
email today. Heather shared with me,
Hi, Mike.
and she told me what happened to you. So maybe if you're on here as a request, I can have you share your experience. Let's see. Let's see who's on the
Maybe
request.
not. Let's fast forward. If
Let's
it's
see.
Gina, don't care.
Hold on a second. I do not see you on there.
Hey, Mike.
If I did, I would bring you up, but I don't.
Uh-oh, what'd I do?
What do you mean?
Say my
It
name,
just,
say my name.
oh, I want the fast.
Working?
Hello!
Oh,
Is
God.
that Danielle? Or Heather Danielle?
Is
Or
it
what's her name?
working?
Let me see.
Danielle.
Barely, but I can see you.
I
See me?
can't
I
see
can see
what hang on.
you.
Oh,
You can
that's
hear me.
Yeah,
her.
it is. Fast forward. Yep, it is.
Now the rain has gone.
Oh,
How are you?
oh God. Fast forward. Or do we want to see this?
in Ground Zero?
Wow.
Oh, Oh, damn, you sounded like a robot.
I just
I
want to
didn't
make sure she
understand
doesn't
nothing
talk
you
about the
said. Hold on.
email.
Really bad in COVID.
Yeah, she might.
How they holding up?
They're okay. Really,
Passed and on the map because he signed it into law.
Oh,
And you know the messed
and they
up
have to
part,
play.
by the way. What?
They have to play. Sorry, I cut you off. They have to play catch up on everything.
God, I'm having
I don't understand
flashbacks
what
from
you're
my phone.
actually saying.
Let me see if I hold up.
Not even
Ouch.
religious. I don't even do the solo unit. And sometimes those solo units work together.
Oh my God, did he have her on this long?
You
Jesus.
can't even put a damn sentence together for crying out loud. I mean, seriously.
Forget about
It's
a
like,
sentence, Core. How about giving medical information to people?
I mean, seriously,
Core.
honest. You've always been real, and that's why we love you. So keep it
I love
up.
you more.
Eh.
I really like your movies.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
I
I
said
know.
your movies.
Don't say it.
I'm gonna fast forward so I don't go to
Yeah.
hell in a handbag.
I know. Me too. I'll meet you there.
Yeah, but like I said, this whole coronavirus has been stressing me out. My parents have.
Sorry. That's funny.
That to
I wish
me
JB
is
was
God.
here.
Oh yeah, he was
Found a
saying.
plumber. Yeah.
So did you get to see the documentary?
Dishy, of course you can come on.
Oh no! What's it? What's
Here,
the? Is it that?
let me pause. Let me go to comments first, and then invite, copy to clipboard. There you go. Oh, JB, thank you. I just saw this girl and I thought you'd think she was hot.
Is that a movie that you're making?
No, it's out
Is it a
now.
movie?
It's out right now. My documentary. It's called My Truth: The Rape of Two
Okay.
Corys. It's a very serious.
She
have to
didn't
look
even
at-
know about it.
I'll have to look at that. Yeah, that's very inside.
Yeah.
That
So we
girl,
really need-
God.
That must have pissed him off.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say if you come down because
Hey,
me and my
Dishy.
sister we live in Phoenix, Arizona, and if whenever
Does she?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we can hear you great now.
Awesome.
Yeah, all
you're
right.
down here, you should come and hang out with us.
Oh, Jesus, we're fast forwarding through this chick.
It would be cable or something. Then I guess it would be free.
This whole. Oh, wait.
Susie,
Yeah.
the 3 people he talks to in this, they don't
Uh-huh.
contribute anything.
Okay, good.
Oh, yeah, that's why I'm just fast forwarding. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now I got to the point where he's by himself.
I already watched all this and took some notes.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Okay, well, let's see what he says here.
See, what a good time hanging out with everybody. I am Corey's Angles. You're Corey's Angles? Which angles exactly? All right, I'm gonna look you up. I'm gonna see who's on the line waiting to talk.
Oh, I thought. Does he bring somebody on again here?
I don't know.
I think we got another.
Yeah, she said there was 3, and so far we've only seen 2, right? So yeah, there would be one more.
Yeah. We got another donation.
I think there were 3.
It says it's from Nicole for $10. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Nicole.
That brings it up to 50.23.
That's great.
Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you guys. All right, let's just see. Does he bring somebody on right away? Because we're not going to listen to that. Ain't
No.
nobody got time for that.
Wanted to see if they were a fake fan.
Oh, yeah, he brings somebody else on. Okay, let's go to the last one.
I can't hear you. You have a bad reception.
That's his way of saying he didn't like what she said.
He didn't.
Cutting.
No, this live stream is
That's
wacky,
funny.
wacky. Anyway, yeah, thanks. Let's not insult people now. Let's not insult people. I mean,
He does it all
just
the time.
signal or whatever.
Right.
My signal hasn't been great either.
Oh my God.
This is just
What?
Jennifer, Jenny. Wow, she just donated $300.
Oh my
Whoa, go
God.
Susie.
Yes,
I told
you
you, girl.
guys, please, everybody put hashtag Jenny in the chat for us right now for her generous donation.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Wow, thank you so much. Yes, that brings us to 350. Wow, that's amazing, and that's gonna help so much. You have no idea.
Can I just say,
Thank you,
told ya?
thank you. Yeah, wow. I guess she certainly figured out how to use Cash App. And she said, for my gals. Wow,
Oh,
thank you so
well,
much.
I would like to donate my portion to the friend in need.
Yeah, it's going to take us some time to build that up. I haven't even told you guys about
That's
that
okay.
amount. I told you mine, but yeah,
That's okay.
thank you so much. Awesome.
Thank
Am I
you.
showing it already? Okay. Let's see.
I
Let me
wish I
get to
could hug her for that. Like,
I know, that's amazing.
it makes me cry when I get those. Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Listen, folks. Here's the deal. I'm gonna go soon.
Thank you, Lord.
But I love you. Number one.
Is there anything to pay attention after this, does she, or no?
I didn't watch this one. I just watched that first one.
Oh, okay. We only got like 5 minutes left or 4 minutes anyway, so we'll
Okay.
just.
I have
Yeah,
to
he
tell
was just starting to do that stupid thing where he lets the fans come on and talk.
Okay. So we're
Mhm.
done.
Come on.
He was having a lot of streaming problems.
to do
Here.
something for charity that is really important. It's gonna help hopefully a lot of people. And I don't want to ruin the surprise, but all I can tell you is on Monday, ready for this? On Monday, I've got something very special. It's going to be a little bit of a side step from what we've been talking about lately. It's not about the movie. It's not about my truth. It's about an older movie of mine that a lot of you people love. And let's just say a few of my childhood friends and I got together to do something very special for charity. And I don't want to say too much more than that because I don't want to ruin the surprise. But let me just tell you something very special is going to happen on Monday. And remember that I gave you the warning. Remember I gave you the heads up.
Oh, Jesus.
Met my
Sorry,
boss.
George just came home. Let me mute my mic.
Diary.
That scared me.
Expect it. Get ready for it. Monday, something amazing is going to happen. It's magical. It's magical. Really magical. You've never seen anything like this. Monday, Monday, Monday. Big surprise to all the fans of my.
Another wait for it moment.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Another carrot dangling in the air.
Yeah, it sounds like the guys from Goonies probably got together to tell everybody to be safe.
You sound great today. I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh,
Very
sweet, cool.
Yeah.
Nita who? Nita who? Are you from Whoville?
Oh God, this guy needs a punch in the face.
Yeah,
Are you
God.
Nita who?
I did see this part.
That was
Did
you?
you?
Just purchased your documentary, love. Chrissy Flo. Is that you? Are you Nita who? I guess so, because there's a lot of hearts. But either way, thank you. I love you, Nita who. I love you, Nita who. Do you wear blue? I do too. All right, I can rhyme. See, I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you. This was fun. It was a little bit jumbled, but still fun. And hold your breath for Monday. It's gonna be a
He
big
looks
day.
like Jigsaw, that horror
Watch the
movie.
Yeah, he doesn't look good.
Mm-mm.
And please spread the word. If you love the movie, please spread the word.
That's what going on a bender does to you, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, especially if you're crashing.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, Uncle Adam's official, but I'm done. You just purchased 2 Canadian film actors.
Whatever, Corey.
All right, I think we can be done with
Yeah.
that. Do you ladies mind carrying this for the next few minutes? I'm gonna help
Oh,
my husband and kids carry in some groceries. I'm gonna
yeah,
mute my mic.
sure. No
So
worries.
I don't know, Dishy, if you want to talk about the notes you take. I'll literally be back in a few minutes.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
So let's hear what you had to think about everything.
Well, first of all, I caught that when he started that discussion of Judy Hames' letters or email, whatever that was,
Mm-hmm.
she wrote Dominique as the female,
Yeah,
Dominic meaning, which is
yeah,
probably a legitimate spelling error. But
yeah,
he continued to say Dominique in his video. And I thought, why are you doing that? Dude's name is Dominic.
yeah,
So that was a little weird thing that kind of struck me as his usual playing to the narrative,
yeah, yeah. Well,
Um,
keep in mind that English isn't actually Judy Hames' first language.
right, yeah.
So,
It's a legitimate spelling error,
yeah,
but she said Dominic in Dr. Oz. She knows it's Dominic. We know she knows it's
absolutely.
Dominic.
And he does too. He lived with the bastard, so he can try
Yeah,
and weasel his way out all he wants.
right.
Yeah.
And then he made a comment that said Judy made some kind of a derogatory remark in the email to do with heavyset people talking about
She
Dominic.
called, she called him, I think it was a fat pig, which wouldn't you if you molested your son?
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
That's one of the
But
nicer things that call him, in fact.
didn't Corey Feldman kind of do that himself when he was sitting on that couch in the documentary, all pretty in pink, and tried to say that Haim used to say "what a pig" and how
Yeah.
gross Dominic was? So,
And don't
Yeah,
forget that this is also Corey Feldman. He very much bases people off their appearance. Look at the
oh
angels.
yeah,
So
definitely,
pot eat kettle because you're black.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the other thing that got me was that
you got. So I
Sue.
just wanted to see if Jennifer was still here in the chat because Shay B brought a good point up that was her first time using Cash App. So I
Right.
hope that she actually meant to send $300 and not like 30. But I don't think I've seen her in the chat since.
No,
So Jennifer,
she's still in here.
Oh, okay, Jennifer, if you're listening, can you let us know because I can immediately send it back if it was an accident. So just let me know, hon, and we can get that fixed. So, all right. Sorry, go on. I don't know where you guys were at. Sorry, my bad.
oh, I was just going to comment about how Feldman had referred to his father's talent management company as a fraudulent management company. How
I
interesting is that, huh?
missed that part. Good catch.
Yeah,
Uncle
now we
doesn't
know where
know
he
too
learned
far
his
from
fraud
his tree.
schemes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you so much, Jennifer. She said yes, she did. Her bank asked her if it was fraud, and she said no. Well, thank you so much.
Big
All
hug to
right.
you, boo.
Should I bring up the screenshots of the email?
Yeah, we might as well because I think she's
Start going over after that.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I gotta.
Is that the entire email? Is that exactly
Yeah.
how the original
Yes,
was, or
it
did?
is. But there's something to remember.
Yeah.
Go ahead,
We.
Suze.
Well, go ahead. No, you go ahead. I was gonna say something else.
Just something to keep in mind is that in the time that these emails were sent, there was also a 3-hour phone conversation in between. So I just wanted to let people know that this wasn't like she didn't sit down and write this all at one time. It is everything is there. Nothing has been left out. I confirmed that with Judy today. But he's taking
Which
what
it
she said.
seemed like there was. I even thought maybe there was.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but
Go ahead.
what he's doing is taking things out of context, obviously, because that is what he does.
Right.
But there was some other points to make as well about that email. But let's just finish Dishy's points first, and then. We can
Yeah,
discuss.
go ahead, Dishy.
I think that was all my points that I had to make
Oh.
about what Judy wrote there. Everything else
Yeah.
I had to comment on was just stuff that he said,
Okay.
blabbering on.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. I maybe missed it.
All right, so this is what he said when he posted the email. I don't have a screenshot of it. I just have screenshots of the actual email. You kind of see it here on the bottom, but let me go ahead and read it. He says, hashtag MyTruthDoc, Judy Hames full email exposed. Those of you following hashtag MyTruth, the Rape of Two Corys would have seen by now some emails that were shown from hashtag Corey Hames' mother, Judy, who has been lying and trying to discredit and even blame me for the abuse he endured, all the while brainwashing unsuspecting fans that he was only abused once by Dominic and it was my fault. And on Dr. Oz, she went as far as saying I was making the whole Charlie part up to make money. Well, you are. Well, read this email dated in 2013 for the first time in its entirety and make your own decision on what she knew about. I am tired of the lies to cover up child rape. Read this, then watch the film legally and tell your friend to HT. I don't know what that stands for. Use the hashtag Time's Up, Charlie Sheen, hashtag Kids Too, and watch hashtag MyTruthDoc to find out the whole story. Streaming now. Okay, so this is what the email starts. It's dated July 25th, 2013. Oh yeah, and you didn't even black out her address enough, Feldman, so that's just gonna be another thing. Thank you.
Yeah, you doxed her. But just so you
Yeah.
know, it actually
But you
backfired
know
on
what?
you.
She's received, quite a few supporting emails that, her people have found her email address on your nasty Instagram posts and they've sent her wonderful emails supporting her. So,
Exactly.
we just got another $5 super chat. I don't know what currency that is. Pounds?
Yes, it is pounds.
Chinchilica. I'm just going to pretend it's $5. I'm not going to try to figure out the currency exchange. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Susie,
Yes.
we have someone in the chat room right now going by Michelle Jaded, and she
Yeah.
wrote, a friend of mine was stiffed from Corey after his separation from his parents for an unpaid photo shoot.
And I knew that was so.
Michelle Jaded,
Like,
can you contact us on
I actually have
Twitter?
her phone number. I should get in contact with her.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Okay.
that. Too.
Yeah. Okay, here's the email. Corey, I'm sorry you are going through a hard time right now. I hope things will get better for you. I really do. I didn't realize you had Zen with you yesterday. If you would have said something about him being there, I would have kept you on. I wouldn't have kept you on the phone, and that is one of the reasons I got off the phone as fast as I did. So right there, it states that they had a phone call the day before. Okay. You read something. You read something to me, and I wanted to comment on when I heard you talking to Zen, and I didn't want to say anything anymore. I don't know how much you remember about Corey in the past. Those few words where you said that Corey saw Dominic and wanted to meet him. Corey, don't forget that my son and I told each other everything. See, this makes me think there's a part missing out because it doesn't coincide.
Hey, Greg.
Go to
No,
the
I asked Judy. She said that it was all there.
Yeah, but I don't
This
know.
might not be in order, honey.
There's,
It might be in order.
huh?
The emails that
No,
I sent.
I'm actually on his page swiping it so I
Okay.
can see it better. Because then
Okay.
it goes, Corey, don't forget that my son and I told each other everything except the molestation part, which I wish he would have done. Dominic was your friend in your circle. Corey met him through you. It's not like Dominic was so great and my Corey wanted to meet him. You made him sound like he was somehow interested in meeting Dominic. Corey, don't forget that I know what went down every step, and I was there. Dominic was a big fat pig, which he was.
Mm-hmm.
What did I want to say here? So Judy's referring to Feldman, saying and putting in his book that, like, making it sound that, and he did it in the Lifetime movie too. That that Feldman was trying to make it seem like that Haim wanted to hook up with Dominic, and that's what Judy's talking about here. Corey, don't forget, I know what went down every step. I was there. Oh, big fat pig. Okay, Scott Grimes and all you guys hung out with him. And when Dominic heard that Corey and I got an apartment on Moore Park, he decided to move and be our across the hall neighbor. Corey hated him all along, and one of the reasons Corey acted out and didn't want to be busted is because when he walked onto the set and saw that you, Feldman, hired Dominic to be in the movie, Corey couldn't believe it. Corey couldn't believe you did that. He couldn't stand him, let alone being on a set with him. That's when he said, that's it. There is no way that you didn't know that part of it, but never told anyone about this fact. All you told people is that Corey was on drugs and you had to fire him. Once again, making yourself look good and Corey look bad. But yeah, he's sitting there now. Corey's trying to spin it, of course, and say that Judy and Dominic moved in after Dominic lived there. But you're not. You just skipped over the part where she says how you hired Dominic for the movie Busted. You're not going to address that part of the email, right, Gore?
I don't see anything wrong with her email. I mean, I don't think it's anything to make a big deal about.
I don't either.
Yeah.
It's hard to relay your feelings and exactly what you want to say when you're ripping off an email, and usually emails come off kind of harsh anyway. I don't think,
Yeah, they do.
it's worth.
And in it, she clearly states that Charlie's innocent. Like, I mean,
Right.
Well, yeah, and I read this multiple times last night. I had seen it, well over a year ago, but I read it a few times yesterday, and I'll give you guys what my thing on it is when we're done. Um, to make yourself look good and Corey look bad. Corey, you don't know everything about Corey, and if you do, you're not saying it like it is. It is your book after all, but the fact that you asked me last year if you could bring up Lucas and talk about it without mentioning the name, I told you then that I don't want you to do that. You told me, if you remember, that you can't write about it because it's me who needs to tell the story and not you. And you went ahead and wrote it anyways, which will raise a lot of questions. You just want to create a buzz, and it seems like you're using my Corey story to do that. You know as well as I do that the media will want to know who that was, especially because you mentioned the fact that the guy's on Lucas. The guy on Lucas is well known and makes a lot of money. They'll know it was Charlie. That will be the focus of the book. That's why I hate the fact that you are telling people this story. The story I asked you not to get involved with. Okay, let me just finish this, I guess. The part of Corey's life has nothing to do with you or your relationship with my Corey. It's my choice if I ever want to go there. I don't want people to start calling me and asking me about this. I will have to be honest about things that I think are going to be wrong or agree with things that are right on the money. We'll see. I don't mean to be so harsh, but these two things about Dominic and the Lucas thing is not right. I hope you know that. You describing the way Corey meeting Dominic is wrong. It makes Corey look like he was so interested in Dominic. I know more than you think I know. I don't want to argue with you. Let's talk about this or not later. Have a good day. Love, Judy. Okay. So that to me, and like I've obviously had conversations with Judy about this, so I'm going to share those. He was calling her, right in 2011, right after Haim's death, and was talking about the book and asking, and there's emails from that time that I've seen. And he had told Judy, well, Haim told me that Shane abused him, and I want to put it in my book, and I want you to back that up. And Judy was like, well, I was never told that, so I don't think you should put that in your book. If you want to go to the police and have them investigate it, then by all means go to the police. And Feldman was hounding her. The manager was hounding her, and she's going through chemo, all that. And then the book comes out, and he wrote what he wrote. And she is saying, like, you said that the guy was on Lucas and had big money, and the people are going to assume it's Charlie. And I'm going to have to, answer to that. And it's not true. She literally says that part about Charlie Sheen is not true, along with the part where he makes it sound like Dominic, or that Haim wanted to meet Dominic. So that's my personal take on it, knowing, what I know and, going over that email. Nikki, thank you so much for the $2 donation. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
Also, I think it's important for people to listen to Judy Haim's interviews with Bobby and myself. There's part 1 and 2. It's on the website, realtruthcampaign.com. She explained this like a year and a half ago. So he thinks he's, releasing this new information. No, it's not new. It's old. And I don't know. To me, it's clear. Stevie Wonder can see that what you just said is true. That, she made it clear that Dominic wasn't interested. He's trying to put the spin on it that it was a consensual relationship. Again, I'll say minors cannot give consent. So that angle doesn't even work. Okay. So try something else, Feldman, because that's not working.
Right, but I mean, let's just look at it logically, even if we didn't even know all that we do. You got Haim, a good-looking kid, very talented, more talented than Feldman. And Feldman's the one who's friends with these skeezy guys. Let's just say what it is. Yep. Dominic was skeezy. Grissom,
yep,
very skeezy.
Yep.
I would like to know from someone who was around them at that time that wasn't in the Feldman Dominic circle, but that saw him out. I would like to know, how did Feldman appear at that time when he was going out and he was always hanging around with, he had Brasha or Grissom as his personal assistant.
Right.
And he's hanging out with dudes. And here you got Corey Haim, who has girlfriends. He's palling around with cool dudes like Scotty Schwartz and girlfriends. They're bowling, they're having fun, they're going to the movies, they're doing what teens should do. What's Feldman doing? He's a 15, 16-year-old kid going with his personal assistant, who's also supposedly molesting him, and they're going to the comedy club store, whatever it's called, and hanging out with porn stars in Kinnison and doing lines of coke. There's an issue there,
Yep.
Nikki Nearson just donated $10. Thank you. Well, Norse, goodness, godness, unsubscribing, all you do is bitch. It seems like all you want is attention. Get a fucking life. Well, thank you for unsubscribing. This channel, these 2 channels, especially the channel that you're on, was strictly made for discussing Corey Feldman. And
we're entitled to our opinion. Corey Feldman is a public figure asking for money to support himself and make all these slanderous claims against people.
Right. Yeah. And I see somebody had made a comment earlier about, you guys are going after Feldman for asking for donations, and what are you guys doing? Well, there's a difference. We're not extorting people for money, withholding information. Everything we know that's proven and tangible, you guys know. So we're not hiding anything. We're not dangling anything. We show our cards. We show the proof. We do interviews. What we know, you guys know, we share it with you. So that's the difference. Feldman, he dangles a carrot and he waited for years.
Another thing, too, I'd like to say about the Corey Haim jealousy thing. I always wondered if there was any kind of feeling inside of Feldman that he thought that Judy Haim should have invited him to live with them when he was going through his emancipation. Kim, do you know, was there ever any kind of question of that by Feldman?
Sorry, what was the question? I was reading. I apologize.
Oh, okay. I was just always wondering if when Feldman was emancipating himself, if he ever felt like Judy Haim should have asked him to live with her and her son.
I've never heard that, but that is my feeling.
Yeah, that he was
I
jealous.
what I've always thought and felt about this is I think his problem is deep rooted with Judy Haim for a couple reasons. I think first being that he didn't have a good relationship with his mom, and then second that he was was jealous with the relationship that Haim had with his mom. So
I would agree with that totally.
as far as have I ever heard it from Feldman's mouth himself? No, I have not. I have to give him that. But I honestly believe that is my thought, is that he felt like Judy should have taken him under his wing. Now,
Yeah.
knowing Judy the way that I know her, if she had loved him and he was as close as he claims to be, she absolutely would have done that. I don't doubt that. She's got that heart. So
Right.
that just shows you right there was something amiss. Do you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not the
I,
relationship he claims it to be.
you know, it had to be hard for Feldman in a way, I would think, that he's living with these gay men.
Yeah.
There's what's the word, sycophants? Is that the
Yep,
correct word? Where
yeah,
they're kind of just the bottom of the barrel of Hollywood, just scumming
Yep.
around.
Yep.
Ew.
But do we want to get back to what else he was saying in that Instagram?
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute first.
I'm so confused by his use of documentary or movie or film when it comes to his what I call a docudrama, since it's a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
But he said in that Instagram today, quote, "You just gotta watch the damn movie," end quote. And I thought, well, you know, what kind of a statement is that, guy?
A desperate one.
Yeah,
Well,
and then he goes on and he says, so you can go buy the $20 ticket at mytruthdoc.com. Is it mytruthdoc as in doc.com?
Yeah. Which
So
is
he's
confusing as hell.
okay, yeah. And let's talk about the Carrie Haim kiss with Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie was the one who made that story public, right?
Yes, she was.
So I don't see where anyone could say they're gonna make it into something it wasn't. It's a good memory for her. She was happy when she was telling that memory.
That's right.
So there's nothing to make of that.
No,
And
but
16 and 19, that's not much of an age difference.
no, it's
Yeah.
not.
You
God, when I
know,
was 13, 14, I liked guys that were in their 20s, for God's sake. But those were the times back then. You know
yes,
what I
they
mean?
were.
Yeah.
So
They sure were.
it wasn't the climate it is now. You know what I mean? But it was
Right.
also my choice. Nobody pushed anything on me. I was the one who pursued it because I was
Right.
interested in him. You know
I
what I
did
mean?
the
It was my
same
brother's son.
thing.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
and again, like you said, Carrie shared this information willingly. If there was anything to hide, I'm pretty sure she would have kept it to herself.
Right, right. And plus, if she got the kiss when they were all saying goodbye on the set, come on, you know there's all kinds of people around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so Feldman has no grounds for that argument, and them insinuating that the Haim family was groomed by Sheen,
Right.
that's getting pretty slanderous, I think.
I think the whole thing is slanderous, and I'm waiting
Yeah.
for Charlie to step up and sue his tiny little pants off.
Yeah, he's not being real smart.
No, he's not. And I don't know if it's to do with this COVID-19. I don't know if it's that he just isn't interested. I can't figure out his thought process. But if it was me, I would be doing it if I had his money.
The background in his latest Instagram thing, it looks like he's somewhere else now.
In Feldman's?
Yeah, it
Like
was.
he almost switched resorts.
Was it like black beams or something? I think I saw in the background. I'd have to look at it
Yeah,
again.
and like brown shutters. It looks. Yeah, I noticed that too.
Somebody told us that if you can get a clear shot, a clear screenshot of the art in the background behind him,
Mm-hmm.
that they can disclose where that art is located.
Well, that when he was doing that one where he was crying in bed and stuff, there was that picture behind him that was the two little weathered boats,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like a very stock, picture you'd see somewhere. And I saw another picture that just had one little weather boat in it on that hedonism website,
Right.
and the rooms had the same colors and stuff, so I'm pretty sure that is where he was. But I think he's somewhere different now.
Well, chances are it's gotten back to him that we know his location, and he's probably freaked out, right?
And another thing to take into consideration is maybe he started out at a hotel, but he could be at a timeshare. If one of his friends or whatever, his people, they say, "Hey, someone has a timeshare, you want to go stay there for a while." I could totally see him being that kind of guy, just jumping around to save money.
That's a good
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, but who was it? Was it Piercy who said that he could come home now? Is that right?
Well, yeah, there's flights out of Jamaica.
Yeah. There's. So I checked it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
There wasn't was it last weekend or the weekend before? I had looked and there wasn't any on the weekend, but like Monday there was flights going into New York and to Miami.
See, that leads me to believe that he doesn't want to come home. And that makes me wonder if it's true that he does not want to come back to LA, that there's something legal going on that we probably aren't even aware of.
Well, we've heard those rumors, but right now they're just unverified
Right.
rumors. You know what
Makes
I mean?
sense.
Yeah.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah. So we can only speculate on that because, again, that's unverified information. So, but I mean, it does make you wonder for sure. Because if he misses his kid so much, don't you think he'd be doing anything to get home to his kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He even said that in part of that Instagram at one point. He said, "Oh, it's been 3 months since I've seen my son."
3 months. Holy.
That's what he said,
Wow.
but probably a little under that. You know how he over exaggerates.
Yeah. I was thinking either over or under. One of the two.
Yeah. He also slammed that Out of Shadows documentary. Have you watched that?
I haven't. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched most of it. He's incorrect what he's saying it's about. It's going into how Hollywood has promoted certain propaganda through films and things throughout the decades since the Cold War era. I'm not real good in that aspect of history, even though I'm a historian, but it's also trying to make out like the government has something to do with the movies and is putting their agenda out through movies, which that's very conspiracy theorist to me, and I'm not into conspiracy theories.
Me neither. I like facts. Like, I mean, we could talk all day long about scenarios. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he does say, Feldman on the Instagram, he did say today that the Pizzagate was, I forgot what the word was he used for it, bullshit, something like that, that it's incorrect.
Yeah.
But it's not much unlike his documentary.
Right.
I mean, I think the Out of the Shadows is better, actually. If there's anyone in the chat room who can correct me if I'm wrong, please do.
For a laugh or two.
Yeah.
That's
I'm working on a Brasha video right now, guys.
Right.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sorry.
Anyway, I'm working on a Brasha video right now, and it kind of got kind of long, so I'm dividing it into two. And what I'm going to do is the first video, I'm putting a lot of little clips in it that we haven't seen of Brasha to show that he was not a great actor. And I found something interesting too on IMDb. Brasha had quite a bit of acting credits that were uncredited. So I have to look into exactly what uncredited means. I think it probably means he's in the background or something.
Right.
But if you don't mind me getting into this now, I'm curious about how Brasha supported himself. If he had such little teeny tiny roles in movies and uncredited roles, how did he support himself and then have Feldman come into his apartment and support Feldman? And then he also made his first movie, Evil Laugh, 86.
Right.
I'm kind of wondering if there was any, whether Feldman was paying rent or covering all the rent himself for Brasha. Was there some kind of a quid pro quo?
Could
You
be.
bring me certain things and I will pay you.
Right.
Was there any drug dealing going on?
Yeah.
I think those are legit questions.
I just got the answer to one of them. Feldman supported Dominic.
Okay, that would totally make sense.
Yeah.
Feldman
Yeah, because
supported
the Lost
Dominic.
Boys money would have been rolling in about that time, wouldn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
wouldn't one say that that's being a
Yes.
pedo protector?
Yeah, that would be a pedo
Yeah.
enabler.
Yeah, I would say that that's the exact
Mhm.
definition.
I mean, it sounds to me like Feldman was being used by both those men to not only get them into uh, actor, porn star, whatever circles, but the parties.
Right.
And that's really bad.
Yeah, it
Because
is.
Feldman, what did he say in his book? It was 85 when he went to the first Hoffman party at the Hoffman residence, and that's when he met Brasha. Brasha was born in 57, I believe, from my research.
Hmm.
So, 28, 29-year-old man is at those
Yeah.
parties.
Yeah. That's odd.
That's a real issue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did no one else think back then? I got, well, the times were different back then, though. You know what I mean? But still, like, it's, the guy that I liked when I was young, it was my brother's friend. It's not like I went out looking for somebody
Right.
old. Like, I don't know. To me, like, you're in a situation at Alfie soda pop parties and you have no kid, or you're not even within the same age range, or even relatively close. You know what I mean? At that age, I can't see it. Like, it doesn't make logical sense to me.
And also, if these were all boys and men, that's also hasn't been
Right.
clarified when it comes
Yeah.
to the Hoffman residential parties.
Right.
Those sound like those were a little different. Those were the
Right.
start of what became the soda pop parties.
Right. Right. Oh, okay. The after parties and stuff like that at Alfie's, right? Is that what you're
Yeah,
talking
well,
about?
from how Feldman explains it in the book, um, is that in 85, there was all these young actors coming up, which he names a lot of the people like Ricky Schroeder and all those kind of
Yep.
guys,
Yep.
and that it was Bobby Hoffman's parties at his little house in Hollywood where
Hmm.
he started inviting those kids to the house for parties so they could just be kids.
Right.
I have done a lot of research into Alfie
Uh-huh.
and Bobby and
Right.
these soda pop parties and stuff, and there's conflicting information. And I know, like Scotty said in your interview you guys did with him, he said that he was always under. He always thought Bobby was the biological father of Alfie. That Bobby had gotten a woman pregnant, and then he raised Alfie.
Right.
I have nothing but respect for Scotty, and I don't want to say he's wrong or anything because I don't know. I wasn't there. But
Right.
from my own research that I've done through
Hmm.
public record documents
Hmm.
and genealogical research through
Hmm.
Ancestry and newspapers and other things,
Hmm.
that's not what I find. I
Oh.
find that Alfie is not even the original name of Alfie. And I'm not going to disclose any of that because I don't think Alfie deserves to be harassed or called out for anything.
Right.
I don't believe that he molested Feldman at all. Um, but I think the Bobby Hoffman issue needs to be researched more because if you watch that premiere for the documentary thingy,
Hmm.
when Feldman's on stage, there is a woman in the audience who asks him if he thought Bobby Hoffman was aware that his lover was a pedophile. Now, we
Hmm.
all know from in the book, Choreography, that Feldman has said Alfie was the lover of Bobby Hoffman. Now, everyone, keep in mind, Bobby Hoffman was born in 1922.
Right.
Alfie was born in 1959. Okay,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
a big difference.
Mhm.
And when the woman at the premiere asked Feldman that question, he says, "Oh, I think he very much knew about it." And then
Right.
she also says something like, "Do you think he was involved?" Meaning Bobby. And Feldman says, "I very much think he was involved." And then she says something about how she was on the set of Happy Days and she witnessed that Bobby was really interested in children and that he had an office full of toys. And Feldman looked like he kind of went back in time there for a second. He's like, "Oh, he was such a lovely, warm man, and he did have all those toys." And then I think Feldman realized that he just stuck his foot in his mouth. And he says, "Well, when you're a kid, you think that." And then right after that, he says, "Marcy, Marcy, you're here. Come upstage." He doesn't thank the woman for her comment. He didn't finish addressing her comment.
Marcy is in Hamilton. She was
Yes,
here. Yeah.
you
No
got to
doubt.
really crank the volume in that to hear the lady in the audience.
Right.
I started making a video about it, and then I got lost on my Brasha thing and abandoned it. But I'll get back to it eventually. But
Real quick, I was just sent a message. Dominic lived with Feldman before the Hames even moved to LA.
that's how I thought it
So,
was too.
yeah. Yeah.
But could you imagine though? I mean, even if Brasha hadn't assaulted Haim yet, could you imagine? Because nothing against gay people, okay? No one jumped my ass for this. But Brasha was creepy, effeminate. Um, his looks were gross. His physical looks, the way he looked at people was gross. You know, you can see that in his.
Remember what Dre told us when he came on the interview I did with Paulina?
Mm-hmm.
At the end, Dre came on, who, for those of you who don't know, was Feldman's security for 20 years on and off. And he said that Feldman was like, they always going over to Dominic's house and that it was creepy and that he was like the worst of the worst of the worst.
Yeah. And had like
Yeah.
a secret room in his house or something. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
Yeah, didn't he
remember
have a
that.
pool table and he had a TV or something and everything the young boys would want to play with over there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
interesting to go back and listen to again. Or we should actually talk to Dre and get him on again because he had some interesting stories, and I don't even think we hit the tip of the iceberg with him.
Yeah, I wonder if he'd be it's only 6:30 here. I wonder if he's around today. Or if you
Or
want to do something this week.
yeah, we can do it. I got to go back to work next week, but this week I'm still open.
Yeah.
For those of you who haven't subbed to Dishwater Blonde's channel, she is excellent at doing research and getting factual information, and we're helping to get her subs up because she just started making videos. So if you're interested in what she's talking about and interested in seeing the videos, go to her channel, please.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Kim.
And I
You're
can
welcome.
put a link to her channel on my community page after this too.
Mhm. And
Say,
can you also, somebody was asking earlier, I can't type in the chat, I can only read it. Can you type the information for the website?
I did.
www. Oh, you did? Okay, great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I
perfect.
did.
Perfect.
Yeah, you know, once I finish this Brasha stuff, and then I'll try to finish that Hoffman one, I really would like to get to other things too. There were some other actors that came up during the Feldman time, and one is now a registered sex offender. A few of them are deceased.
Right.
I kind of would like to look into that Gary Hayes guy who was in Feldman's
Mm-hmm.
documentary.
Yeah.
He was in like 4 or 5 Brasha films, and he is an older guy like Feldman.
Right.
But he passed away. Was it before the doc came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything for that. I was trying to find obituary or anything, and I couldn't find it.
Hmm.
It looks like Gary Hayes was not his
I was just
biological
gonna
name.
say, yeah, that might be a stage name.
Yeah.
So I take it since Dominic was gay, he didn't have any kids. I mean, I know that's kind of a silly question, but I do know a lot of gays that have kids from, before they were
I
openly
don't
gay.
believe he did, but I'm honestly not 100% sure, but I'm 95% certain that he didn't.
Leslie just asked, "Is it Dishwater Blonde 1? Are you asking about the YouTube? Because I think it is, but it'll have my little picture on there. I use that little Mary Miles Minter photo."
Are you able to comment in the chat right now, Dishy, or no?
No,
No.
I can
Okay.
read them.
Did I? I can't remember if I made a community post the other day about your channel or if it was just Stacy's. Let me.
I think
Oh
it was
no,
just
I did. No, I did do one for Dishy
okay.
2 days ago. So if you guys go on my community page, her the link to one of her videos on there, which brings you to her channel. But it's called Dishwasher Blonde. She has 26 subs. I'm gonna put the link in the chats now so you guys can subscribe since they took away our go to channel thing. I'm still upset about that.
Yeah, it's Dishwater Blonde because that's the color of my hair. I don't dye anymore.
So yeah, so there's the link. You just click on that, and then it'll bring you to her channel. And then let me go
Thanks,
put
Susie.
it in our other. Oh, of course.
Yeah, there's all kinds of things, I want to cover besides Feldman, but it's like I always keep falling in that sewer.
Well, because it's not over yet.
You know?
Like we've seen it this far, and it's not over yet until he either stops talking about Haim or he ends up in jail. One of the two.
I really think he needs to move to Nevada, where brothels are legal, and he needs to use Courtney as the madam, and he could be the pimp, and he could run a brothel, and it's all legal.
And he can take Gina with him, and they can all fuck off.
Oh, God. Oh, God. You know what kills me about that website with Gina?
What?
There's no warning on it.
No, I know.
You click on it, and you're looking at beavers.
I know. There should be a warning and saying your eyes are going to bleed if you go into the site. Please stop right now. Like.
And her photos, I mean, since you guys outed her and everything for being we're supposed to say sex worker, but she's a hooker.
Yeah.
I'm so shocked that she hasn't taken that crap down.
Well, she took down, someone said today that she actually took down skipthegames.com, but she's on multiple websites for escorting. So, and it took me all of 2 seconds to find one or two of them, and I sent them to Stace earlier. So it was kind of funny.
More power to you, if you want to be a sex worker and all that, that's your deal. But you can't stand on a soapbox and be saying protect the kids and we love God and love and light and everything's so great. We're such good, upstanding people. That doesn't work.
Well, you know what? I joke all the time about her being a hooker and stuff, and it's not even what she does for work. For me, the biggest thing about her, well, there's a couple reasons, but one of the biggest things is she stays with the man that abused her daughter.
Yeah, I caught that. That's pretty creepy.
Hypocrite. That is being the biggest hypocrite ever. You're condoning that behavior, and that's the reason why she supports the type of guy that Feldman is, because she's married to one.
Well, thanks, ladies. I've got a little thing that came up right now on my PC that says I got a new subscriber. Sensitivity training. Thank you.
It's great.
Very cool.
Queen of the Dead Bodies is asking, Susie Q, did Feldman put a restraining order on you? If so, why? He got a temporary restraining order on me and 4 other people because anybody can get a temporary restraining order on anybody for the most part. You don't have to show any evidence or proof of what you're saying that these people did. So when it came time to, I never got served, but I ended up going to court because it got continued. And he knew I was going to that court date and he didn't show up. So it got dropped. And the reason why he did it is because he was trying to get it to where we wouldn't be able to talk to him about social media. And the judge did not approve that part because he is a celebrity. And because he filed the wrong kind of order also, but I'm not going to, One Star Perry can keep, being his lawyer advisor. I'm not going to advise him. But he did also file the wrong kind of order. And due to him being a celebrity, every celebrity would be in there, right? If they, asking judges to approve that. Right. So,
Susie, Persephone, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Percy or Persephone.
Okay, Persephone. She's asking you if you could tell your story of when you met Feldman.
Oh, can I save that for another day? I've told it so many times.
Okay.
I'll save it. We're already an hour and a half. I'll save it for another day.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna have to
not to
go
say
here in about 20 minutes.
okay. Yeah. Well, I was even going to try to wrap this up before. We're going to try to keep the lives a little bit shorter so it's not so overwhelming if someone clicks on it and they see like, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, if they're not, if they didn't watch it live.
Or what I
'Cause
was thinking was even a good idea. You know how sometimes like we go long and like it doesn't even feel like we've been an hour and a half, I'll be honest. But
Yeah.
sometimes we're a little bit long and then all of a sudden people want to come on. Maybe we should stop it at that point and start a new one. And then that way people, do you know what I mean? It's easier to
right,
find.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah.
just a little bit, try and make it easier for everybody watching, right?
Yeah, I would like to ask the chat what they thought of Judy's email and if they, just their thoughts on it and if they see the point that me, Dishy, and Kim see. I'm just curious on what everybody's
Feedback is.
opinion is. Yeah, feedback, opinion is on that.
Who's Shirley Fager? That's a new name for me.
She is on Twitter. She's one of, well, our subs. And I think she's pretty cool.
Sweet. She just said that she'd like to come on sometime.
I think that would be a great idea. She's actually she's the one whose channel we watched the live on. So if you haven't subbed to Shirley,
Yeah, I should have
everybody, I
subbed to her
recommend
while I was
everybody.
over there.
How does that Instagram work? I mean, I
Well,
registered for it, and then
I
do I have to follow a person and then get an alert?
Yeah, but like I never even interacted with Feldman on Instagram and he blocked me anyway. Somehow he found me. I don't know how. I think through Stacy actually or the Fox channel, but he blocked me on there so I can't even get it. So it's great that other people can get it and share it with us. So I got that off Shirley's channel. So if you guys want to watch it in full, because we did fast forward through some parts, it's on Shirley Fager's channel. I hope I pronounced your last name right.
Yeah, the first 15, 20 minutes, whatever it was, that's pretty much where the new crapola comes from.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think, I just wish he would stop bashing the Hain family.
Percy, there was somebody in Bobby's chat that I didn't see. That their name is Persephone, so that's why it was confusing. Sorry. I just read it for the first time. The temporary order. Yeah, that I actually. It's funny you say that 007 because I read part of it to somebody the other day, and I forgot like how crazy and manic and insane he sounded.
That's funny.
Yeah, I love reading that restraining order. I remember when we first, when Bobby had gotten served and scan it, Bobby didn't want it public, but he's like, you can tell people over the phone. I don't even remember how many people I called and read it over the phone and did it, when you guys hear me read tweets and stuff, I read it like that and like, being all dramatic like him. And honestly, the email that he wrote to the detective, it sounds like, it's like seriously, when I'm reading it out loud, you'd think like it's story time or like it's a plot to a movie or something or a script to a movie. I mean, it was crazy.
I don't think the guy lives in reality.
God, no.
Maximus Prime, then you don't need to be here anymore. I've watched and listened for a while. I have no idea whatsoever was accomplished during this live stream. I'm sorry you feel that way, but you don't need to, watch us anymore. What was accomplished was we went over Feldman's Instagram live and then we talked about the email Judy said he posted. So I feel like a lot was accomplished.
I do too, because there was people asking about it, not only on Twitter but on YouTube as well, for us to verify and explain it. You know what I mean? So we try to give the people.
There's absolutely somebody in the other chat. They just made a comment 4 comments ago. Who's taking digs? The Persephone person just put, I think, she thinks that someone's taking digs and that there's not a Persephone in Bobby's
No,
other chat when there is.
There is. I can't tell which chat it's coming from. I just
It's
seen the comment. Yeah, but
the
there's Brutal
Persephone.
Poet, and then there's Persephone, or however you say Persephone. I don't know how to pronounce it, but there's underscore Persephone underscore.
They just made a comment. I think regardless of when or how she revoked permission of him, his name is irrelevant. The second Judy said she didn't want his name used, Corey Feldman should have honored that.
Exactly.
That's a comment that she just made.
Kosla Wolf says Judy was very vulnerable in 2011, still freshly mourning her son, still dealing with cancer treatment, very susceptible to repeated push by CF until she phrased things the way he wanted. I agree. That Kosla Wolf was pretty smart.
007, we have 2 chats going on. You're in Bobby's old channel's chat, and then I have my chat going. But I think that we are going to wrap this up. I have to go inside. It's 20 to 7.
I have to go make dinner. I'm starving.
Yeah. My
Well, thank you.
kids are making dinner right now. They wanted to make dinner tonight, but I need to go supervise that, so I don't have a spaghetti sauce on my kitchen ceiling.
Uh-oh.
So,
Well, thank you for
Yeah, another good one, ladies.
and thank you
yeah,
everyone
it
for the
was a good one.
donation.
And
It helps our friend out very much.
Thank you for bringing me on.
yeah, maybe
welcome.
next time we go live, we'll just, do an open panel and, discuss different topics and just, have it an open panel, open topic and,
Yeah, I like doing
go
good
from
to get
there.
feedback. Yeah, it's good to get feedback from other people.
Yeah,
Percy could
definitely.
come on, Greg could come on. You know what we didn't see today is Bruno or the Anthony guy.
I think Bruno was on there earlier. I think I saw
Oh,
it.
okay. I must have missed him. So,
Okay, ladies.
All right,
all
thank
right.
you guys.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye, guys.
All right, bye, guys. Thank you, everybody, for the donations. It's greatly appreciated.